Got a bit of a different video coming at you this week. I am sending y'all up to Michigan, to the forge, to the workshop, where Matt from Legend Blades makes his custom knives. If you've been hanging out on this channel long enough, you know that Matt has been making custom knives for a hot minute now, and they are rolling out. You can actually go ahead and pick them up. There'll be some information in the description down below, and you can follow Matt's socials. They'll be here in this video here soon, but Matt is actually going to do a quick product review on a new toy that he just added to his arsenal. It is set up in the workshop. Without further ado, I'm gonna send you up to Michigan. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a wonderful week.
Welcome, legends! Welcome back to the garage, aka the workshop. I have some new tools, or a new tool. I'm so excited because I have wanted a 2x72 grinder ever since I had started grinding metal into a knife, and I finally have one. I feel like I've made it. But I have so much to learn, I have so much. This is a grinder from OBM, Origin Blade Maker. Super cool. It is their series that can turn 90 degrees. And I didn't see anything, I wanted to see it in use, and I didn't see anything on YouTube. So I was like, hey, when I do this, I'll just throw it up on YouTube myself. I also got a 10-inch wheel. I got the small wheel. I have a flat platen. I've got all the fun accessories, you know, a little treat yourself. But it's gonna be good. I'm really, really excited. We're gonna get this unboxed. We'll get it set up.
Later.
Welcome back, legends. So my dad came over and helped me get this all set up because he is way more knowledgeable about any of this stuff than I am. Learned a lot from him. Helped me get it set up just to the point where I could test it out and see. We didn't bolt it down yet. It's still clamped. Obviously, I just wanted to get it set up, use it, make sure it worked, test it out before I finished sharing what I think about the OBM grinder with you guys. It also gave me a chance of where do I want to put this? I don't know, maybe I want it here or there. If I bolt it down, then I'm kind of married to that option. So I can kind of test it out with the clamps. So we got it all set up. I've ground a couple knives on it. Overall, guys, I'm so happy. It is a great machine. Once again, going from a 1x30 Harbor Freight grinder to this beast, huge upgrade, huge increase in my speed and my quality of knives and my grinds. I will say I'm thankful for starting on a 1x30 because I actually got better at grinding. When I jumped on this, I just had to adjust very little, but it's way easier than a 1x30. I can really lean into this thing and take some metal off. But yeah, so I just kind of want to walk through the setup. I never saw one of these before I bought it on YouTube, so I'm just gonna walk through what I would want to know before I bought it, and hopefully it helps you guys in making your decision. So here we go. All right, so first off, this setup. One thing I love about this version is that the motor, and I bought the controller mount, is all mounted to the frame. With the other version, a lot of the things I was seeing on YouTube is that lining this drive wheel up on this other side is more difficult because the motor isn't attached. So you kind of got to figure that out and rig something up, and it just might take a little more time. This, guys, we pull it out, we put it right in the holes, bolted right in. We were able to put the drive wheel right on and get her going. I paid, once again, the extra money, and I got the plate and the bracket so that I could mount our variable speed control to it as well. You know, to me, it's worth it because it's just all one, it's all together, especially with this being the version that can flip 90. I'll show you that now. So this is the great part, is that it's really easy. You just unlock it here, you flip this lever, and it goes right to 90 if I don't have the bar there. Right to 90, super easy. You can lock it right back in, just like that. And now you're ready to keep grinding. Super easy, very convenient. I've used this a couple times. Once again, I haven't done a ton of knife making. I was pretty busy last week, but great. I'm just excited for the options that this opens up. And it's just, it works well. And once again, having the controller and the motor all mounted in one is really, really nice. To get it back, you just flip it up, comes right back, lock her down, and you are back to vertical. Obviously, once again, the cords aren't getting twisted. You're not knocking stuff over. It's all one unit. Love that. So our flat platen, which is this guy here, let me take this belt off. Super easy, great, easy to change belts. That's one thing I really love about it. So this flat platen, great. And it actually came with two metal guards on it. These guys here, the top and the bottom. And those were cool, those look good. One came a little bent in the mail, but that's, you know, it's to be expected when it's getting shipped and it's, you know, you just bend it back, nothing, no harm, no foul. But actually, I started to use my surface conditioning belt and it kept rubbing the guard, and so I actually ended up just taking those guys right off. They weren't really helping me at all. So it really wasn't that big of a deal that they were bent anyways, or that one of them was bent. So our flat platen works great. Love it. I use it all the time. We have our small wheel attachment. I've used this guy a couple times as well. Still figuring out the tracking on this. My belt tracks one side, and I think you gotta play with the adjustment on some of these to figure out tension and placement and exactly where things are gonna live. Don't just expect to bolt it all and have everything work perfectly. You gotta get to kind of know your machine and it's how it works and how the belts ride and all of that. So, small wheel attachment. Really happy with that. And then once again, we also have the large wheel. I've used this a couple times. Works phenomenal. Once again, all these are really easy to change the belts. That's one of the things I love about it. That speed in between the belts and just getting them on and off works really well. And changing the arms. I do recommend getting several of the tooling arms, one for each of your tools, simply because to have to stop and then change this to a new arm and then figure it out and dial it in so you have the right tension and where it's placed and all of those variables, it's just easier. Invest, do it one time, and it makes the process in the long haul a lot easier. So one of the problems that we face, or just one of the obstacles that you might face when you're putting this together, is where this guy lived, our variable speed controller. On top, we kept running into it with this bar, and we were trying to figure out one time after we put this on why we couldn't get this in all the way, and we realized that we had slid it over too far. So when you're putting this on, make sure that the back of it here is not hitting this plate. Slide this plate over enough that you can clear it. That's one thing just to watch out for. Once again, it drove me a little crazy trying to figure it out. But I emailed the guys over at OBM. They got back to me like within an hour, super fast. When everybody says they have great customer service, I can't echo that enough. Every time I've contacted them, I get a prompt response, a clear answer, and they've helped me whenever I've needed help. So props to them, they're killing it over there. Another thing to just keep in mind is this drive wheel over here. When you are lining it up, you want to make sure that it's in line, right, with all of your pulleys and your wheels. What we notice is it's got to be farther out than we expected. That key nut that you lock down, make sure that is on that shaft of the actual drive of the motor. We looked when we thought it was in line and it was like halfway on, halfway off. So just something to be aware of. Once again, we got it dialed in. Just give yourself some time and expect to dial some things in. It's an unbelievable machine, a great value, great price. Yeah, I'm super happy I went with this. I upgraded. It's really expanded my ability as what I'm gonna be able to do as far as being a knife maker and handle sculpting and grinding and so really excited to see where it's gonna take me. It's got tons of power. I haven't even run it at 100% yet, and it's hogging off metal like nobody's business. So I am super happy. I would highly recommend this machine. I really, really love it. I love the extra features that the 90-degree turn will get you. I love having everything mounted together in one. So I personally would recommend this machine over their other model, even though it is a little bit more money. These both came from OBM, both the motor and the variable speed controller. Work great right out of the box, wired up, ready to go. Once again, and it got here within about a week of me ordering it. So fast service, was able to start grinding the day I got this, got it set up that night, was able to start grinding. So overall, so happy with this purchase. Great machine, highly recommend. Yeah, huge step up. If you guys love this video, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for the notifications. We put out new content every single Saturday morning, from guns and hunting to knife making to wakeboarding to just living a legendary life. Because remember, a legendary life isn't an accident, it's a choice. And if you're wondering where to find Legend Blades, check us out on Instagram at legend.blades. And on Facebook at legend.blades as well. And check out legendblades.com to see what knives are available or to order a custom knife today. Hope you guys have a great whatever it is right now. We'll see you next time.